JK Gaming.
Alright. You're probably wondering why there's such a gap between where we were in the last episode and where we are now. That's because we recorded for like 5 minutes and forgot to shut the mic off because we were listening to see if you could hear the fan that we had on. And we could. And we also apologize for having a fan on in the entire last episode.
Yeah, we're terribly sorry about that. We didn't realize
Woo!
it, even though it was
Rotating
in our face.
Rotating in our face fan. Didn't even notice that it was there.
Notice. Speaking of gaps between things, in that 5 minutes of talking to nothing, we were talking about Elder Scrolls and how
We were talking about Elder Scrolls in a Zelda game.
in a Zelda game.
And I mentioned that Skyward Sword sucks, and I said shout out to my friend Sarah Langston for letting me borrow that game, but geez, it was bad.
Jesus, Hagen.
We're not replaying that game on the show, by the way.
We're not gonna.
That game sucks. Oh my god. I'm not gonna get into it, but...
I gotta say though, the Wii U version of Zelda was pretty fun.
Oh, Wind Waker? I have that, and we're playing that on the show sometime.
Alright, that's cool. Yeah.
We're not doing a hero mode playthrough of that because that is hard as balls.
Yeah, but like, basically what I was saying was that
About-
Skyrim is
yeah.
kind of like a carbon copy of Morrowind, and there's a really big gap between Morrowind and Skyrim because like, Morrowind has like the Dwemer ruins and like all the cool crap that Skyrim brought in, and Oblivion didn't have it for some reason. Like they kind of just took it all out, except for the armor.
I've never played Morrowind. So
It's a really good game.
Is it?
Yeah, I have both the DLCs.
I mean, I would
and, like,
assume so. Bethesda makes really good games.
Yeah, it is. Like, I don't know, the graphics...
Or whatever.
The graphics are whatever. It's an old game, and I can forgive it, but, like, if I'm
Dude.
able to change it and not have to pay money, then I totally will.
Dude, Crisis 10 out of 10 just because of the graphics.
Dude, Crisis 10 out of 10. Because of dem graphics.
Because of dem graphics. Just to clarify, I hate that game. I hate Crisis.
1?
All three of them.
All 3 of them? I thought you were, like, super fangirl about them.
Nah, I played them a bunch. I started analyzing them, like, they're not that great. That is those games are the definition of missed potential.
Yeah, like...
Because here you are in this awesome suit, and like you just do like normal Call of Duty things, except you jump higher and move faster.
And there's actually executions for what, dude? No, it literally, like, the text was just like...
Oh, dude. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, but like...
I thought you were sucking me. I was like, what?
And like there were executions, which, I don't know, I guess...
It's just grabbing a guy and stabbing him.
Or like snapping his neck, like the usual. Like it's not like Gears of War where it's actually amazing.
Where it's just like, let's create these really violent ways of killing people.
Yeah, but that's what makes the game so much fun. Like,
Yeah,
chainsawing people was revolutionized by that game. At least in most people's eyes.
To me, the reason why chainsawing somebody in Gears of War isn't... the reason why it's super satisfying isn't because it's so violent. The reason for me why it's super satisfying is because it's so hard to do.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, how often you do it, it just...
Well,
like, they could get
in
rid
the
of the
story
blood.
mode, it's not as bad, but like it's not as hard to do. But in online,
Oh, what is this?
dude, you came to take Duder back.
You can forget it. It's like,
Dude.
it's like spits on the ground. Why don't you think about what you've done for a change? Oh yeah, because she was hurt. My Duder got hurt, and so now Ilya, little like rat tail hair, friggin' is all upset at me.
There's like
And this kid, he's just like drowsy all the time. He's like,
kind of looks like they kind of just like took a regular face and like took their hand and just scrubbed down it a little bit.
Future me zooming on his face is like me. I just created more work for myself. Yeah. So. I love how we're just not talking about Zelda at all.
We do periodically, and I mean,
I keep trying to come back to it, but you haven't ever played a Zelda game, so it's just like...
Yeah, that's true.
It's difficult to have a conversation about Zelda when one of the people, like, playing the game hasn't ever played a Zelda game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But, so what do you think of Zelda, having seen this?
I think it looks really cool. It's kind of like is the young Shadow. of the Colossus. Like where Shadow of the Colossus
even
came
though
from.
it came out first, I believe.
Yeah, it did come out first. That's why I'm trying to say like Zelda came first, kind of.
Well,
thing.
yeah. Well, Zelda came first. This game did.
Well, yeah, no.
This specific game, I don't think came out. Wait, when did? Look up on your phone.
2006. I
This?
saw it in the beginning.
Oh, okay. This came out. When did Shadow of the Colossus come out?
I
I think it came out like 2004. Yeah, it came out 2000. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
But dude, the suspense is killing me. Press the A button, please.
What, you don't like butt dude?
You don't like butt, dude?
Butt dude. Da-na-na-na-na-na, butt dude.
Can you at least promise me? Out of your League of Legends, please.
Dude.
Dude. Just come home.
No, I really like this game. A lot of people rag on it for not being like as good as Wind Waker. And for some reason, a lot of people are just in love with Ocarina of Time. Again, pure nostalgia, which is fine. You can like what you want, but I personally don't think that Ocarina of Time
So
is
he
that.
just got shot by an arrow and
No,
smashed.
she did. She got. She's not dead though. Spoilers, I guess. But no, back to what I was saying. Like, I'm not huge on Ocarina of Time, which I know that's gonna give me a lot of hate. But I think it feels really dated. It feels really old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like the exact same reason why I'm just not that into Super Mario 64. Also, like I don't think they're bad games. I just don't like them as much as everybody else. Although Ocarina of Time, I loathe that game. Loathe, not love. Loathe. So aggravating. Combat in that game is just frustrating.
Wait, what game?
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Have you played it?
I've seen people play it.
It's,
Not much though.
It's like, well, because it's the first of its kind. But like,
See, you can tell that it's the main character of the game when they don't actually like finish
kill
him off.
Yeah.
Like, up, you get smacked in the back with a club. Probably not dead, but we're just gonna leave.
Yeah.
To continue the legacy. It's like in those older games when you see the final boss and they're like, "Come back when you've collected more power." It's like, do you really want me to do that? I mean, you could just kill me now.
Or that's like in it's like such a movie cliche. You know, the villain will smack the gun out of the hero's hands and point the gun at him, and he starts a monologue. And it's just like, just shoot him in the face. Like, end this already.
Yeah.
Like, you could easily end this.
And then you see like that cheesy heroic comeback. He's just like,
and then like at the last second,
he's
he's like
huh, grab the gun. Huh,
slowly
take the
inching
gun."
his way towards the gun or something like that.
As soon as the camera points toward him, he's just like, "Oh, I'm not moving. I promise. I'm not going for this gun." Villain's like, "All right, man. I'm gonna continue my monologue."
Although I gotta say, the coolest thing that was in a movie that did that. I'm a wolf now, by the way.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, this game's neat. One that was the coolest thing that they did that in was whatchamacallit, Mission Impossible 2. They did that. Like the villain had like the hero at gunpoint, and it's really cheesy, but like I like it because it's really stylized and cool. Because it's a John Woo movie.
Yeah.
Like he has his hands up, and like there's the gun at his feet, like in the sand, and so like. In like one swift motion, he kicks the sand, which launches the gun up in the air, gets sand all in the villain's face, and like catches the gun and like shoots him, and it's like, yes,
Yes.
It's so, and it's all done in like slow mo, and it's like
Satisfying. That's what that is.
it's so satisfying. I love that.
Oh, aren't you scary?
Midna. I love Midna. Look at them hips. Look at that butt.
That
Look at that
butt.
butt.
That butt.
She's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, she is.
And a foot and a half of those 2 feet is her head.
Yeah.
Is her gigantic crest. Yeah, I don't got those proportions right, but look at that butt. What is this, a Michael Bay movie? Just like accentuating just like her female figure.
God,
Oops! But you aren't a human anymore, are you? You're a beast! You're a beast, dude! You're a beast! Okay, I'm gonna skip this. So yeah, she's gonna help us. And we're no longer chained.
Yay.
But we are a wolf.
Nice job. Don't hurt the dog. No.
Hold on. That's what I was trying to do.
Perfect little dog. Peach.
Man, it's not a real dog.
I don't care. You gotta feel sympathy for the animal. Like, I've always been like in I Am Legend. Spoiler alert.
No, no spoilers on I Am Legend, even though that movie is like how old now?
Pretty freaking old.
It was like 2007.
Yeah. I don't know, that was just so sad.
Yeah, the movie that had such a terrible ending that the alternate ending was like so much better.
Yeah. What was that other movie called? That blind guy that was traveling east? I think it was like Eli or something.
Oh, The Book of Eli?
Book of Eli, yeah, that was a good movie.
I've never seen that movie.
You haven't seen that movie? That was a great movie.
I watched, for people at home, like...
I feel like, hold on, wait a second. I feel like her voice, Chick Riding the Wolf, is like peaking the speakers just because it's like... that wolf's face though. He was just like...
Huh? He's like...
Anyway, you were saying?
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Just to like let people know like a little something about myself. I'm a huge movie guy. However, it does not mean I have seen every movie in existence. That is a common misconception. Like, oh, you're a movie guy. You haven't seen this movie? And I'm like, no. I mostly watch science fiction and action movies. So
Then The Book of Eli would be a pretty good movie for you.
it probably would. I'm not a huge Denzel fan though.
Yeah, but it's a good movie.
Like
It has
the-
a really good quote in it too.
Like The Equalizer, not stoked for The Equalizer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard this old guy talking about it on Chili's one time. I heard this old guy was just like, there's this new movie called The Equalizer, and Denzel's in it, and man,
Hold your senses.
he is cool in this one. He's a cool guy.
Dude, speaking of weird old men, one of my friends and I were...
You have a friend that's a weird old man?
No, one of my friends and I were volunteering at
His name is Grandpa.
His name is Grandpa. We
He
were
touches me.
volunteering at the Chasco Fiesta, and this old guy in a wheelchair comes up, and he just like sits there staring at us for a little bit. We're both working with the register while people are in the back making food. And he's like, you know what's pink, delicious, smells like steak and chicken? And then my friend was like, cake? And he was like, no, pussy. I got a collection of hairs and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this fucking guy. We're like high schoolers, dude.
Hairs?
It's like, I thought he was gonna be harmless, and he comes up with his
I thought he
raspy
was gonna
voice.
say like, you know what tastes really good? Tastes like chicken that's pink? Salmon. But no, he's just like, pussy.
He was just like really blunt about it, just instantaneous.
Sometimes I love old people.
Yeah, there are just some old people that really make my day.
Yeah. Like,
That's probably why working as a server would be a great job. Cause
oh
like,
my god. Like, sometimes, like, old people are, like, really crack me up. Other times they just drive me insane.
yeah.
Like, I don't mean to call my dad an old man, but he is older than most men his age. Or older.
Hold on, how old's your dad?
My dad is, he's like 62.
Really?
Yes.
My dad's 60. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's the first person I've ever seen.
But you
Older.
would not guess that my dad is in his 60s.
Yeah.
You would not guess that because it works out.
Yeah.
But no, like some things that he does like absolutely just drives me insane. Like I love him, he's my dad, but he just drives me nuts sometimes. Cause he built my computer, my awesome like monster of a computer, and like I'm trying to teach him how to use Instagram because he wanted an Instagram.
I don't even have an Instagram, dude.
Like he wanted to learn how to use Instagram, and like, oh boy, I had to tell him like 3 times in Chili's. I go to Chili's a lot. I had to tell him like
Chili's.
3 times in Chili's, like how to use Instagram, and then like he's like, I took some pictures out of the boat. Show me how to use this again. And I was like, and I'm like, you know what? To like make sure that he like learns how to use it. I was just like, I'm not telling you a thing. Figure it out. I'll sit here and give you yes or no responses. I'm not telling you a thing.
But like,
Just to like teach him how to use it. And sometimes that like drives me nuts. Like, can build a supercomputer, doesn't know how to use Instagram.
Yeah, like, okay, I don't mind helping out, like, parents that are, like, technologically deficient. Like, teaching them, it's not that bad,
like,
but, like,
only
when they
with my
ask you the
dad,
same
it
question
drives me
multiple
nuts.
times, and you give them the answer like multiple times, I understand they forget and stuff, but like sometimes it gets irritating.
Only with my dad it drives me a little insane because it's like you work on technology for a living. Like,
I thought he worked on boats.
No, he does that for fun.
Oh, boats are fun.
I'm not a boat guy. I'm terrified of the ocean, actually.
Really?
Yes. Because
Wow.
I'm deathly afraid. Like, I can go in a pool. Pool's fine. I actually want to, when I get money and live in my own house, I want to get a pool. But we're it's time to end the episode, so I'm going to have to talk about this next episode of JK Gaming.
Next episode.
Why I want a pool.
Why? I don't know. Probably the only thing that like irks me about oceans is the dark waters. Like the water I can see through is fine.
Dark waters.